Hi, my name is Jake Kleiner, CEO of Suite Dynamics, and in this training tip and tutorial, we're going to be going through customizing dashboards in NetSuite. To get started, we'll log into our NetSuite instance and we'll see by default we've got what we call our home page. Our home page really allows us to be kind of our command center when working with NetSuite. And so to start, we're going to see we've got multiple dashboard views and or portals and or tiles depending on who you talk to. You'll see from the start these tiles or these portals are going to be drag and drop. So we're able to drag and drop as we prefer or as we prefer to orientate our dashboard. We've also got options to adjust our layout. So let's say I happen to like mine 3 wide, but maybe you like yours 2 wide. We can actually change the layout just by simply clicking layout and then defining our orientation and our overall ratio. Again, we're also able to drag and drop so we can get meaningful data where we see it and where we want it most. In addition, we'll see beyond the layout within NetSuite, we're able to personalize our dashboards based off of some pre-configured or already available content, which is available under the personalize list record. So as an example, let's say first and foremost what I want to do is I really want to pull in a quick add. I can simply click quick add. I can drag it to the location that I want it to be within my dashboard, and then we'll see within this quick add new task we've got a couple options. A, we can remove it if it was unintended, and B, we can set this up further if we have additional actions or different requirements for the dashboard. In this case, we've got it defined, so the quick add type is adding a task because we want it to be a quick actionable way to incorporate different types of tasks into our environment. And so in my case, I'm just going to add test task. The priority is medium. There's nothing to insert it before. And then ultimately, I want to give it a due date of, let's say, tomorrow. We'll notice we can add this task and it's automatically been added to our CRM tasks within the dashboard pending our activity or pending our actions. Really useful, allows us to navigate without having to use the UI in many cases, and gives us again that quick action or that quick feedback within the system based off some of our frequently used activities. You'll notice I've got some other pre-populated or existing dashboards. So you'll see we've got a calendar application where we're able to pull in our calendar on a day-to-day basis. We can also add different types of views. So if we want to see based off of resources, based off different calendars, based off of groups within NetSuite, we can actually make those changes as well and get a larger enterprise or department visibility into calendars. In addition, we've got things like phone calls. So if we've got a phone call logged within our CRM activities, we're actually able to see I've got a website follow-up scheduled. Looks like I'm a little overdue today, but it was scheduled for 7/26/22. And then in addition, we'll see things like shortcuts. So we've got shortcuts whereby we can quick select one of our frequently used options within NetSuite, and it'll bring us directly to our activities. So in this case, remember I created that task. I've got my link or my shortcut to tasks, and I can actually go directly to the task that I just created via that shortcut. Again, really helpful, really useful quick action items within the dashboard. We'll also see things like recent records. So if I want to see recent records or activities that I did recently, this is actually going to bring in by default the last 10 records that I've navigated through within NetSuite. And then we've got some other frequent ones too. So things like reminders I see used very frequently. Reminders can be configured based off the type of activities or our responsibilities within the business. But we'll see we can actually set up our reminders and then tell the system what types of activities or what type of actions I want to see by default within my reminder list. So in this case, let's say I want to see invoices that are overdue, calls that are scheduled to be completed, and then I've got some other default ones, items to be ordered, bills to approve, tasks due today, just as an example. Another really helpful one is if you show reminders without 0 results or show reminders with 0 results. So even if there isn't an action, it's still going to show that as a list item whether or not there's an activity for me to complete. So again, we're going to see within our reminders, this is being populated dynamically in real time and I can do this via a refresh as well, but anytime I log into the system or go to my home page, it's automatically pulling that data. We'll see I've got one call to complete, which obviously then correlates to this phone call that's still scheduled or pending activity, i.e. me calling the prospect or the customer. Above and beyond the dashboard, above and beyond dragging and dropping some of these dashboards, these portlets, these tiles, we'll also see there's a couple other useful things. So we've got shortcuts up at the top where we can actually add some bookmarks or add some frequently used activities within our home page. And then further, what we've actually got is our home window or our home tab. We'll see we've actually got set preferences. And underneath set preferences, we've actually got the ability to change our appearance. So in this case, I happen to be a big Wisconsin fan, so we're going to go to schools. So by default, NetSuite has some default colors, as well as randomly enough, universities, since it started as a large university presence. And in my case, because I'm a Wisconsin fan, we're going to scroll down, go to schools, Big Ten, Wisconsin. I'm going to leave my font, my density, and some of the other theme preferences alone. I'm going to select Save, and we're going to see by default it actually changes to red and white, which is, for all of us who aren't aware, Wisconsin colors. So you'll notice again we can change the theme, we can change our preferences. Further, we can drag and drop these tiles or these dashboards so we can get them in the exact orientation that we'd like to see them. And then anytime we navigate to or from this home page, we're going to see this automatically populates. And then last but not least, let's say it's taking up too much real estate or maybe consuming too much of our mind. We've also got the ability to expand and collapse these. So let's say I don't always want to see phone calls that are pending my action or my activity. I'm able to simply click on the dashboard or click on the portlet and or the 6 dots, and you'll see that expands and or collapses these by default for us. These are just some of the helpful tips that we use on a daily basis here at Suite Dynamics. We hope this has answered maybe some of your questions and given you a little bit more confidence within the system. If you enjoyed this video or would like more information in the future on NetSuite, please feel free to subscribe below. Otherwise, feel free to send us an email to info@suitedynamics.io.